thank lots of city staff, Parks and Recreation staff, some former employees, some guests of honor we have in the front, as well as Heather. You knew I was going to bring your name up. Heather Kennedy, who is the daughter of the former Parks and Recreation director, Len Gaudette, who was in these photos back in 1974. And it was Heather who indicated to me that there was a time capsule in about late April of last year. And it was only after the contractor had removed the cornerstone and put it on site and had to remove it again that it was exposed. A part of the actual corner block was exposed, and the guys got into it and said, Heather, can we open it? I said, no, not a chance. So for the last 8 months, this has been in my office. So, Mayor Guthrie, have at it. Let's see. Here, open this side.
Okay, 1974.
1974, Mayor.
I was but a twinkle in my parents' eyes. 1974. Well, that came off pretty easy.
They did a good job.
So, Guelph Rec Center, I would assume that's August. No.
No.
A32.
That might have been the project number. Who knows?
I thought that was like August 30, something, 74.
No.
They counted differently back then.
Yeah. Okay. Let's find out. Oh, this is cool. This is very Canadian. Oh, here, why don't you help me, Mike? Oh. Canada-Russia poster. Hey.
Oh,
That's neat. Oh, this is interesting. The guidelines for public recreation and facility standards.
which are still in place.
Yeah, which are still in place, that's right. A pool where one side or an end and a side may be opened in suitable weather for sunbathing on an adjoining patio. In Ontario, the open portion should face south or west. Yes. All right.
Rob Ford was
Yeah, Rob Ford apparently now. Ford asks for new 5% tax on people and companies. Ew. And that's from October 9th, 1974. Oh, that's really neat. Does that say Guelph on it?
Yeah.
That's really
That
neat.
was the flag.
Okay. Council gives green light to city daycare program. October 8th, 1974. That's interesting. New Ontario Housing Minister wraps federal government plans. Things never change, eh? Okay, more recreation books. More recreation books. He shoots, he scores. A history of hockey in Guelph. That's interesting. Here, do you want to look at that? This one's play ball, baseball in Guelph.
And a letter to the new mayor.
Okay. Wow, actually,
It's probably about parking.
yeah. Wow, this is interesting. It's a sealed letter that says, to the citizens of the year, question mark.
Oh.
Drum roll. Okay, this will be interesting. To the citizens of the year, question mark. No doubt your mayor will be quite handsome.
I can see that it doesn't say that.
How did they know? This message is written so that you will better understand how we thought and how we planned. It is not enough to say we built the Victoria Road Rec Center so that people could use it for their pleasure and enjoyment. Rather, we built it because we believe in the future. We build it because the thousands of young people who will benefit by it today will be the leaders of your day tomorrow. Because, despite the problems that mankind always makes for itself, we believe that there is a future and that love and decency and faith will prevail. This complex was built with certain refinements that will be appreciated by our senior citizens. That's because we owe so much to them, to those who came before us and provided us with such a wonderful heritage. And it is built in such a way as to make it more convenient for handicapped citizens to use. That's because their perseverance and their patience are the same qualities that are needed in the past and needed now in the future. When the contents of this box are opened at some future date, I hope you will discover we tried to live by the motto of the City of Guelph. By honesty and faith we progress. Norm Jerry, Mayor. Really neat. Wow. Okay, we have the Guelph Spring Festival from 1974 booklet. We found money.
There you go. There you go.
This is the Ontario Agricultural 1974 Centennial dollars. Pretty neat. And then all the coins from that year.
Excellent. Want to go for cotton?
1974 Guide to Guelph. And your guide to leisure time opportunities in Guelph. With the bicyclist on the front. With no helmet. You'd have to have a helmet on. What is this? Maybe the top.
Cigarette advertising back to the recreation.
Was there? No, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, there's cigarette advertising on the back. Wow. Things have definitely, that's definitely, wow. This is neat. Kind of a heritage pamphlet about Guelph. To whom it may concern, and there's like seals on it.
So exciting.
Your counsel is
Smart.
okay. To whom it may concern. Okay, this is interesting. We request, this is right from City Hall, from the Rec and Parks Department, from October 9th, 1974, it says, we request that whoever opens this box, please try to search the whereabouts of the above people or their relatives. And it names the director, L. Gaudet,
Cadets,
Yeah.
this here.
program supervisor, F.W. Vigor, Viger, G.D. Dutton, G.W. Stallman, I know that, I remember that name, Gus Stallman, yeah. David Johnson, arena manager, Yvonne Godfrey, secretary to the director, and Ida Saville, clerk typist.
Oh, all right.
That's kind of neat.
Do an invite. More?
Oh, and here is the original sod turning
Wow.
picture here. They had a golden shovel back then too. That's good. Getting to the end here. Recreation Canada. Got it? Your guide to leisure opportunities, and it's somebody playing the piano. It reminds me of the happy making piano that we have downtown now. There's a newspaper clipping here, turning the sod with a silver shovel. Oh, I guess there's silver. We've upgraded to gold now. And there's the original proposed design of the original rec center from 1973. And more recreational reviews, and the Guelph and District Community Service Council annual report. Never heard of that. Looks like they balanced their budget there at the back. That's good. All right. Oh, a realtor map of Guelph. Wonder how much the
I was gonna
homes
say,
are.
no, I'm not gonna touch it. What is the price?
No words.
This is, this is interesting. This is the union contract. Between 1973 and 1974, the Corporation of the City of Guelph and the Canadian Union of Public Employees, Local 241. 241? Yeah. Oh, African lion safari. Maybe that. Maybe it was supposed to come to Guelph. I don't know. Another recreation department in here. Some postcards. Wow, look at that. Look, that's the Riverside clock. And look at how, like, it's really easily, you can see it now, eh? All the trees are there now. And more of the clock. And, oh. Yvonne Godfrey? Yes? I see she's shaking his head. There's a postcard from the States that came up here. I had good convention. I visited various swimming pools, visited Reston. Tomorrow, this is a town built in a park-like setting. Did Frank have a large turnout to the Monday AM staff meeting? I'll call you on Thursday. Some poor guy's waiting. Yes, I called. We're almost there. We're almost there, folks. This is in French. Oh, construction booklet. This was the Ontario Building Code in 1973, it looks like. And another picture of our clock, our beautiful clock. Another postcard of the clock, just in case that was a winner that year, apparently. And this is our schedule of fees from 1974 for the city of Guelph as well. Let's crack this one open.
How much is it to go swimming?
How much is this?
Well, these are like curb cuts. $18 for a curb cut. Driving instructors were $10. Hairdressers were $2. Oh, roller skating parties. Ice rentals were $25 an hour back then. I just saw our staff fall off the chair. But for minor hockey, only $14 an hour. Yeah. That's interesting. We need to bring back roller skating. Yeah, that would be fun. Okay. Oh, a picture of Old City Hall. Actually, I think there's a couple here. Yep. The Priory. Printed, I'm not sure who they've done that. HHM. And that's the Armory. No, that's the courthouse, Wellington, where the Wellington County is. Now, this is the last kind of, looks like a letter, so before I read that, I just can't seem to grab it. Can someone grab that? It's a picture of somebody in there.
I think I know who it is.
Really?
This is Heather Dedet.
Oh my gosh.
In 1960.
Get up here. Come on, get up here. Let's give her a round of applause. Look at that. You haven't changed a bit. Oh, come here. Got it here. Let's get a picture here. This is great. That is so awesome, eh? That is so great.
There's no other family members in there, just me.
Just you, my love.
That's it. Yeah. Is this your letter?
I have no idea.
No?
Finally answer your question, who was the
Here,
favorite?
you hold on to this. You hold on to that.
Or who's in the dark?
So I'm not going to read this whole thing, just because it's lengthy, but I can give you the.
It's my dad, isn't
So, what did you say, sorry?
it? Is it from my dad?
Let's find out. It says this is the Guelph Daily Mercury publication, October 1974. It looks like this was the copy edit, because there's actually some handwriting on it, of what was going to be probably printed in the Mercury the next day. So it starts off by saying, the city's newest sports facility to serve the northeast section of the community in the Haddadi Heights area is almost ready for opening. It would be appropriate to recall the days before artificial ice was introduced into the sports scene in the Royal and Poppy City. And it goes back into talking about hockey in 1919, 1920. Talks about the First World War. Had just about wiped out hockey in Guelph. The sports editor, Harold Cole, does that name ring your bell then already? Once a sports editor for Guelph Mercury recalled, talks about someone by the name of Bill Mahoney, local architect and sportsman. And yeah, it's kind of going through some history of hockey in town. The Cambridge talks about other arenas in the area. And then it ends by saying, in spring of 1923, the Guelph Intermediates reached the finals for Ontario Hockey Association honors, but being defeated on soft ice in the Cambridge Arena by the star-studded Stratford Indians with Howie Morenz, Carson and Kettleborn line for the championship. And that, my friends, that is it. So awesome. That was really fun. And Heather's just going to explain about what are these citizens going to do now for the new rec center that we'll be having the grand opening for soon.
Okay, so we are going to actually keep this time capsule and use it in the new facility. Program staff are putting together a fantastic grand opening event. At that event, we'll have most of this either taken pictures of and put back in the capsule. But what we're going to do so that in 25 years others won't have to do and find it, we're going to put this on a case on the wall at Vic Road, and we will have to be reopened 25 years from now, June 24th. Long time from now.
Yeah.
With some new things inside. So we'll be asking members of council, we'll certainly be asking the community, and we'll have some recreation department tidbits, and this will help us decide what we'll be putting in for 25 years opening to come. Thanks everybody for coming.
Thank you very much.